Come on in the room.
Yeah, we back again, y'all. DFW Shared Sessions podcast,
Yes, sir.
where it is I'm your good brethren, Lucius White, by the way of Lou Paul Beats. We got my good brother over here, J.L. Groove,
Tis I.
and we got the beautiful Professor Mel Webb.
Hey y'all, I just wanted you to know that I literally just took that countdown down. That thing was sitting at 0 and I was just talking. My bad.
Terrible.
I mean, since we live, I can't hide it, so
Yeah, well,
my bad.
L to replay.
yeah. So
Hey.
we're off to
I don't know if I
another
remember
good start.
Great start.
So let's start out with y'all weekend. What y'all get into this past weekend?
Oh, so I've been at this place. Y'all, I've been at this place for almost a year. I'm so happy.
Okay.
You can give me an applause. Yay. Lou, don't have that face. I got a personal lawn service man.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind that he's my daddy, but I have a personal lawn service guy. He came and cut down all my bushes in my entryway. You saw it, Lou.
Mm-hmm.
In my entryway, and then he's laying down turf, and then I am going. Hey, Jared. I'm going to put some. Those bushes.
Jared Williams, what up?
You know those bushes that's the round bushes or the round plants, it's like a ball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put that in my entryway. So
okay.
I've already ordered everything. It should be here this weekend. And I told my personal lawn service guy, never mind, it's my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I said, sir, I am paying you in food. Hey, cuzzo. I am paying you in food, so I need you here
Drew,
when you get off of work.
Yeah.
I don't care if you are working for the man for your household. I need you to come to my house and finish what you started. So, yeah, I'm very excited about that because I've never done anything by way. What did he say? Nobody cares. You know what? I care. It's a big accomplishment for me because I've never had property that I could do, landscaping with, and so I care. So anyway, but yeah, no. So that's been my weekend. I was very excited about that.
Well, 'tis the season to be jolly.
No, but that's it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all I got.
So,
In church, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Give
Jay?
praises on the God and the pastor. All right, go ahead.
Yep.
So
How was your weekend?
Yep.
Quentin,
Hey,
what up?
Q.
What up,
Q
Q?
more, what up though? Nah, it was weekend was straight, man. A whole lot of nothing, man.
I cannot wait for us to get into our conversations. I feel like we're going to talk about some good stuff.
A whole lot of nothing, man.
Yeah.
I did wind up going. I had this like little out of town gig with my good brother Tim Man Travis, man.
Okay.
So yeah, kind of out of town, about an hour and 30 minutes away,
Mm-hmm.
and we went and kicked it out there. They loved it, you know, stuff like that. So yeah,
Was it mixed company or was it, or were you the only company?
I was the only Negro within a 20-mile radius. You know what I'm saying?
Did you feel safe?
Yeah. I felt safe, you know what I'm saying? I especially in those type situations, I tend to keep safety with me at all times. So
Already.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
What about you?
How was your weekend, Lou?
so far as for myself,
loose skin, Lucius. What about
as
yourself?
far as for myself, so Friday I played at this spot. I've been doing residency on Fridays called Hamilton Social. So it's a 3-piece band. Me, DeAnthony, and my good brother Randy Miguel handled it down on the kit, and we just played some R&B and jazz tunes, man. Had some fun doing that. On Friday, Saturday, I did a wedding gig. So funny thing happened. So throughout the party set, there was this guy in the crowd that wanted to play the keyboard.
Did you let him?
No.
Why not?
because it would have been too much hassle, and it's not a jam session.
Why y'all don't never let people play y'all stuff?
Stop it. No.
We not
No.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
We're not even gonna entertain that. No.
Here's the thing. So this company I play with.
Not hop your happy ass on my stage.
This company I play with, for one, the way it's set up that we have ears, and the only way you're going to hear is through the ears, and he's not going to use my ears at all. There's no monitor, so he wouldn't even be able to hear himself. But he kept trying to. I mean, he even came to the side of the stage. I just didn't pay him no mind, and that was that.
Is that against your policy? The policy with your company that you're with for you guys to let people come on stage and play, or is that just at y'all own discretion?
Usually, if somebody is set to play that didn't bring an instrument, they will let us know ahead of time. Hey, there's a guy that's supposed to be playing a song at this certain time. Is it okay if he play your keyboard? Yeah, that's fine. Then there was another time where I believe it was the bride's dad was keyboard player, and of course I'm gonna let him play. That's the bride's dad, so he came up and played a song.
Because it's not your equipment anyway, right?
The keyboard is mine.
I mean, me personally, that just wouldn't matter. If I don't know you, I don't trust you. That's literally thousands of dollars worth of equipment, whether it's mine or not. That's thousands of dollars worth of equipment, man. And
now,
it's like if you don't belong on that.
Hold up, because Drew said that's a definite no too. But hold up, what's the difference between you being at a gig and somebody asking to play your instrument, and y'all being at a musical or a church service, and no, you don't always know the person that's coming behind you or using your kit? What's the difference between? Huh?
Quentin Moore, he just said he would. Q Moore said he would have gave him my favorite laugh of his and said no.
Yeah, but what's the difference between what's the difference between a gig like that and then you guys letting other people at these church services play behind y'all when there's a musical or a anniversary or whatever?
Well, far as I don't mind a person playing on my instrument. The deal with that guy on Saturday is I don't even know if he's capable of even playing any of the songs that we was playing. That's for one. The other thing is he would have had to go through a hassle of maybe trying to use my ears. Now that I'm not gonna let you use my ears.
But then also, if you're talking about something like a let's just say do they still do choir annuals? Is that still a thing?
Listen, I don't know. I have not been a part of those things in years.
They let you know how long I've been in the game.
But, I mean, I think they still do stuff like family and friends and stuff like that.
Well, in other words, fellowships when other churches are supposed to be there. Well, in those situations, those musicians are supposed to be there.
Yeah,
they're supposed. That's equivalent to doing like a showcase type show, and everything is backline. You know what I'm saying? The people that's on the stage or getting on the instruments, they're supposed to be on the instruments. So I think that's the biggest difference.
Drew said most times you know those people at church. And then Chris said, for me, when people don't own it, they are reckless. I will say that because I've been in certain atmosphere or certain events, especially at church, you get this happy drummer, and they come and they either breaking sticks or busting drum heads, and and then of course they don't have their snare or they don't use their snare. They use whatever snare is there. So I mean, I get that, Chris.
Yeah. I had a friend of mine back in the day when I used to do all these sheds. This dude brought a brand new Wuhan. For one, you don't ever bring your good stuff to a shed ever. Yeah, this dude brought a Wuhan brand new to the shed, and I think within minutes that joint was cracked. He like, man, I said, yeah, bro.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Because drummers, whoever's at the shed, they just gonna play away and not have any consideration of
that
what they're playing on or who it is.
But that too. But then to just to kind of go back to those people, to those overzealous fans who just want to get on stage.
Yeah.
A lot of times, man, they drunk. They don't know what they doing. Like I said, you got cats who spent thousands of dollars on these pedals and this type of stuff, and they want to get on stage, dance, step on your shit. Like it's those type situations, man, that I just try to I just try to avoid at all times, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, yes, this might not be a Beyonce concert, but you know good and well you're not gonna be able to just run up on that stage.
I mean, at all.
And if you do, you do know that you're gonna get tackled by a 600-pound linebacker, you know, with a security shirt on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, just treat that same, even if it's a small venue, even if you 2 feet away from the stage, just like treat us with that same respect. That's how I look at it.
Yep. So that was my Saturday. So Sunday, of course, we had church. But so here's the thing: the drummer, our drummer, wasn't able to make it Sunday. So the other guy that plays with us, Chris Mitchell. Shout out to my good brother Chris Mitchell.
Chris, what up?
He's really a saxophone player, but he played keys too. So he usually playing keys, but he could play drums just enough to carry the beat. Because he's not a drummer. So he handled it, played kick drums. So sermon time came and Pastor was elevated. He was up there. So I have a feeling it's finna go to a shout. So when he said, "Come on, musicians," I said, "Oh, yeah. We finna go there." So of course we played shout. He did his thing, whatever. So at the end of the service, he said, "Yeah, man, hey man, you ain't got to worry about me. I'm right there with you." So a couple of years ago, we went
first red flag. Him saying you ain't got to worry about me.
Right.
9 times out of 10, that's the first red flag right there.
So a few years ago, we went to a guest church, and the drummer couldn't make it. So Chris played drums again. So the pastor was doing his sermon, and he was like overexcited, and he just started. When people do the shout version of "To God Be the Glory."
Mm-hmm.
So he did it, but he did it like 300 BPM. He did it so fast.
So he did one of them 90s.
He like "To God Be the." I mean, I was struggling to keep up with him. I was like, "Why are you moving so fast?"
You didn't tell him to slow down.
Look, bro, Keno.
I mean, what could I do?
Shout out Keno Johnson.
You know, I don't think musicians. I don't think we never had the authority to try to tell a pastor what to do.
Man, listen.
You know, especially if it's right in the moment.
Hey man, I want to shout out to little bro Keno Johnson, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow Keno Johnson.
Yeah.
One, if you want some badass burgers, man. I don't know what
I
this
have
dude,
yet to have a burger.
I don't know what this dude be putting in his food, man, but it's definitely solid. And then two, man, he's one of the few man that's trying to keep up with, just actual R&B music, you know what I'm saying? Love songs that you can engage in coitus with and things of that nature, man. I actually just did a dope photo shoot with him. So y'all make sure y'all follow Keno Johnson, man.
Keno, you doing food tomorrow? I'm just asking. And are you delivering? Those are the 2 questions I need you to put in the comments.
JJ, what up? Hey man, listen, this is an interactive conversation, man. So it's probably gonna be a little bit before we go live again. You know what I'm saying? So we want y'all to just tune in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. All that good stuff. If y'all got questions, comments, or whatever, please feel free. Everybody except for Bo Dove, please feel free to hop in the comment section and tell us how you feel about anything about what we say.
Is he on?
He'll be on. I'm pretty sure. Apparently that guy has nothing.
Speaking ahead of.
Apparently that guy has nothing to do.
Saying it in advance.
Right.
Saying in advance.
Apparently that guy has nothing to do on Mondays.
I need to pin it as a comment, Bo.
Go back.
Bo, when you get in here,
act right.
Act right.
Or go back to sleep.
Yeah.
JJ said what to do.
What up, Jay? What's good, homie? But yeah, man, that's another one of the DFW Shed Session admins, huh?
Yeah. Shout out to my good brother JJ. He be helping me out, man, with these people that. So a few months ago, since we're here,
Mike.
Since we're here, a few months ago, I was actually coming in from a gig. I was on a flight gig, and somebody left a last minute post. We need a keyboard player or something. It's like, but by the time I saw it, it was too late. But I still approved the post. Somebody like, well, Too bad somebody couldn't make it. so then I made the post. I said, if you make a post at the last minute, it may not get posted in time. So y'all might want to start posting a day or two before. So then after that, my good brother JJ hit me up about being an administrator, helping out with the posts and all that. So yeah, we're trying to keep everything rolling in a good fashion.
Ain't nothing like a good group admin. Just not him specifically, but just with a lot of these group admins. Y'all stop acting like y'all got a W-9 to go with that shit, bro. Like, stop acting like if you a group.
If they want to put their heart in it, let them put their heart in it.
Stop it. Some of these groups, y'all be taking that crap way too seriously, bro.
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
Listen, anything I oversee.
That's what's up. Lou, I got a question for you, my good brother.
What's up?
What well, let me ask you this: be it a church gig or a regular gig, have you ever got let go from one?
Let go from a gig, like?
Yeah. Well, just period. Have they ever fired you?
I've never been fired.
Never been fired?
What?
That's a great track record. That's a great track
in
record
life.
to have.
No, I never. Now.
Fire does include not, saying, hey, you're part of the group, and then after a while not getting called back or
it has been a thing where after a while I didn't get a call back, but who knows what that might have been. But ain't never been no, hey brother, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to let you go. I've never had that happen to me.
Okay. Man, so it's crazy. Well, so I can't ask my follow-up question then, because I was gonna ask what's the pettiest reason you ever got let go. I've been let go before. Some of them were rightful. Some of them were BS. But I've been let go before. But you remember my friend I was telling you about the other week with that one establishment, and just for being an adult, I'll keep his name in that establishment out of it, or that church rather.
It was a church.
It was a church.
Jeez,
it was a church.
The church fired somebody.
Man, listen. So according to my friend, so my friend that had that situation I was telling you about, what we were talking about last week, man. So he got let go this past Sunday.
Oh,
I know it was quick.
He got let go this past
was
Sunday.
He was a minute late too many times.
I was about to say, was he late and he got docked and he didn't like that, or?
Man, actually no. Actually, no. So according to my friend, praise and worship let him go.
Who?
The praise and worship leader.
The praise and worship leader let him go.
Yeah, the praise and worship leader let him go because he didn't want to be her friend.
You gotta be joking, bro.
Dead ass serious.
The praise and worship leader let him go because she let him go because he didn't want to be her friend.
And according to him, because we're not talking about me, but according to him, it wasn't even so. Wait a second. According to
Mark, I'm so sorry. Hey, cuzzo, I literally forgot to load the YouTube comments. I forgot people was over there.
But yeah, so according to him, you know what I'm saying. But so the praise and worship leader, the thing was, I guess she called herself trying to build this family, trying to build this. Thing. Hey guys, we all should hang out after church, or hey guys, you all should come over to the house and write, or hey guys, we should call. Even down to her sending him personal text messages. Hey,
this is weird.
Hold on. Hey, are you busy? Are you busy next Tuesday? I want to take you out to lunch. Just personal messages to him. Not
in a group or anything like that.
She must be single.
Personal, I don't know. It's my friend.
She must be single or something. She must be some.
She
must not be.
Wait, is she this or this? Because only I know people this will do stuff like that.
We would have to ask him. We would have to ask him.
Okay.
Because we're talking about my friend. But yeah, so
I know, Mark. I asked for one too, but
and then I got you, Marco.
Trying to save money to get a new building. 10 years later, they're still in the same location with no pool.
The new preaching rows. That's hilarious.
Oh man.
But yeah. But yeah, and then she's like, he said that she's like, well, like I said, invited him out to lunch. He respectfully declined. You know what I'm saying? More so because he want to, but you know he's a busy guy. He actually have stuff to do.
Yeah,
he actually have stuff to do. You know what I'm saying, like all the hey guys, do y'all want to come to the house and write and stuff like that. He don't really have. And then it's known, like everybody who knows this guy, he's not naturally friendly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now he's not rude, he's not disrespectful, anything like that. He doesn't have a hard time really getting along with people if especially when people take time to get to know him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it's like he's not a morning person, so it's like while they're trying to you know like call time, they 7:45 Sunday morning. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey guys, what's up? Hey, trying to have like a
conversation,
group hug conversation, and he's pretty much just, hey, what's good? What up? That's him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll be there at 7:45, but he don't wake up till 12.
Do he mind you talking about this while you?
Well, like I don't think he has an issue with it because I like to hear, who is this
Mark said, "Who is this story about?"
Man, Mark, one of the homies, man, one of the homies, you know him. But anyway, so yeah, man. But so according to him, he showed up Sunday morning. Everything seemed to be normal.
Yeah.
He had to go to, he leaves like literally right after because he has to get to his second service. Mm-hmm. He goes to walk out. She, and praise and worship leader, she's outside. She's like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And he was like, well, I don't got much time, but what's up? And then he said that she was like, well, I'll get straight to the point. I think you're a dope musician. I think you're, all of that, I love playing with you on Sunday mornings, but, I hate the feeling that I feel like you hate me and stuff like that. I hate feeling like you hate me, and I'm trying to build a family, and I'm trying to get to know. Does it have groove? No, I don't think so, brother. I don't think,
Mark really trying to figure it out.
He's trying to figure out. It's one of the homies, bro. It's one of the homies, man. But yeah, so
yeah.
She told him all this stuff, and he said that he told her like, well, it sounded like this is more so of a personal issue.
Yeah,
it really sounds like she's attracted to him. This is one female speaking from a female perspective.
That's why I said she's single.
I'm sorry, me as a praise and worship leader, and I've been over, the music department or whatever. I'm sorry. Sunday morning is enough for y'all. I ain't trying to, unless I'm, unless I'm trying to get to know or trying to kick it. I ain't really trying to fool with y'all outside of rehearsal and game day. So for her, what you say, a personal text asking for lunch and all that.
Yeah.
She like him.
Mm-hmm. So and he said that her thing, and even as far as that text, he said that, and this is what she told him verbatim, is like her thing was now according to him.
Erin said she's on YouTube. She said way too personal. You can't see the comments, so I gotta read it.
So according to him, he said that like when she was letting him go, pretty much the straw that broke the camel back is when she sent that text message like, hey, can you you want to go have lunch or whatever, and he said no, and like she even made the statement, it seems like you don't have much time to do anything outside of blah blah whatever.
I don't.
They've never,
and
this is another thing.
That's what I said, Mark.
And this is another thing. According to him, they've never had any type of like conversations that alluded to yo, I want you, you want me, but they've never had those type of conversations. He said that she went to a gig or two that he had outside of church, but other than that, you know what I'm saying, whatever. He said he never been rude to her, never been disrespectful.
So she was stalking him and then said, and then she went in for the kill. And she was like,
funny.
Yo, I've been watching you for a minute.
That's hilarious. But yeah, and all of that, and she's, and like the whole thing, like I said, the whole thing was, so I don't feel that camaraderie, and I'm trying to build a team, and it doesn't seem like, that's what you're interested in, so we're going to have to let you go.
So she fired him because she couldn't get in his pants. Got you,
man. And I'm like, bro, that is the.
And this is church.
This is church, bro.
Man, this is church.
And the crazy. So the crazy. My thing is, and like I said, the thing I tell these stories from friends, not myself, but I tell these stories because it's like, I like to hear. These, like, we got gig tales, we got all this stuff. These be some crazy situations, and it's like,
he said you were trying to church clap.
That dude said church.
He said she was trying to church clap.
And, Jay, I'm glad.
Drop it like a thotty. Drop it like a thotty.
Jay, I'm glad you said it. It's like, so for one, you know, when I was talking to him, I'm like, bro, it is not industry standard to be buddy with somebody in order to gig.
It almost never happens that way.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I've had plenty of situations. We're supposed to keep going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had plenty of situations where I like there's cats, even some of them on this live, even some of the people watching this, talking about Eric, like, or Jay, or whoever you know me by. It's like there's been situations where like I've been gigging with some of these cats for years and we've never kicked it outside of the gig, but we still went. We still went and did our job. Yeah. What I was letting him know is that when it comes to friendships, when it comes to friendships and relationships, you can't force that. Yeah, you can't force a friendship or like those things happen organically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you turn around and say, oh well, you know, I'm trying to build a team. You know,
it just makes me wonder.
Well, so
it just makes me wonder if she's tried this with other. Because at this point, you are, to me anyway, you are acting like a church thought, right? Yeah. It just makes me wonder if she's tried that with other musicians that's there, you know.
And so my thing is, okay, well, if you're trying to build this team, did you have a team discussion? Did you discuss that? Like, did everybody that's a part of that, you know, I didn't ask him that, but it's like, you know, if that's how she's coming, if we're trying to build this team and this camaraderie, that's probably something that the team should agree on, right? Yeah. Did you have that? Is this a personal?
Aaron said she got to be white. How dare he turn her down for lunch?
Yeah, maybe he wasn't hungry. I don't know, but it's like,
or maybe he don't like white meat.
Maybe he don't. Maybe he don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, me personally, if a chicken breast is juicy enough, then you know, you never know. But it's like okay, like if you're trying to build a team, did you talk to the team? Like you're like I have an issue with people who.
That's interesting that she has the power to
fire, right?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, and this is another thing that I would want to know. Like, did you go to your higher ups and tell them that you made this? Like, because I don't think the higher ups had an issue with him either. Granted, they don't deal with him directly on a regular. They talk to him about 5-10 minutes after Sunday, but I don't think the leadership deals with him directly. And it's like, so like when y'all, because I from what he said, this church, they have their board meetings and stuff on Tuesday to plan out for the week and stuff like that. So it's like when you made that decision, when you went to that board meeting,
Drew.
Did you tell your higher ups? Did you tell your higher ups
from a payroll perspective, right? Like if it's a legitimate, you know, structure financially for the church, from a payroll perspective, you got like. If you did an I-9 going in or you did a W-2 or whatever for their payroll system, you have to do all of that offboarding because you did the onboarding process. You got to do all that offboarding. Like for her to just up and, you know, I'm only assuming up and just fire somebody. Like, I'm sorry. If you're not cutting that check, if I was the individual, I'm trying to speak to your boss because this is fraternizing is not a reason just because I won't let you, you know, that's not a good reason to fire.
Yeah, man. So it's like, that's a situation that my partner been through, man. And it's like,
I know, Drew.
Yeah, man. Like I said,
I've never heard of a praise and worship leader having that power.
Me personally, I've never.
It's always been like a chain of command, right?
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Or either that word or that direction came down from somebody.
Right.
Not the praise and worship leader's personal, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you like me. I don't think you like me, so I'm going to let you go.
Aaron said, gotta start a men to movement at this point because it's giving sexual harassment.
Me and shout out to
Men
my
too.
shout out to my cousin. Shout out to my cousin.
JJ.
Kyle.
Now listen, us pastor daughters do have power. So I mean, maybe she is the pastor daughter.
I don't know. I don't. But this one of them. I think according to him, this is one of the churches that got like 12 pastors. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So yeah, man. Y'all comments are cool, man. That's something that's not really heard of. You know what I'm saying? Like for that reason. Yeah. Now, in my opinion, because again, the other week we was talking. You know, this is the same praise and worship leader that wanted to dock those musicians
for the $50 or something.
$50 for being 1 minute late. Yeah. And this is the same person that thought that was a good idea.
She just got too much power at this point.
You know what I'm saying? This is the same person that thought that was a good idea.
Yeah,
and
daughter or something. Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She got to be connected, like, to somebody higher up to have that much power where you don't even have to consult with management. I'm sorry, I don't even care. Like, if you think about it from a corporate structure,
who knows whether she did or not, though?
But that's what I'm saying. From a corporate structure, you still have to, like, my senior manager, when temps didn't work out, she still had to go to her boss and say, listen, I'm getting ready to let this person go because of this. But
my thing is this 9 times out of 10 was for something. It wasn't because I don't think they like me.
Yeah. It has to be legitimate.
You know what I'm saying?
It has to be legitimate.
But like I said, we was talking about the other week where, you know what I'm saying?
The question would be, why would you, if there was whoever's a higher, why would you let them go for it? I'm pretty sure she didn't say that.
You're not gonna tell.
Right,
you're not gonna
exactly.
Tell
you ain't gonna tell the truth.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what did you do?
Yeah, you're not gonna say
math's not mathing.
You're not gonna say I invited them to lunch and they said no, and that's what did it for me.
I really wanted to be in lust, and it didn't work out.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm so I say all that to say, because, you know, on DFW Shed Sessions we try our best not to be messy or anything like that, but more so just tell situations that will hopefully help somebody. Listen, man, if you're in a leadership position, it is always best to not lead with your feelings. Yeah. I say this all the time. This is a philosophy that I live by. Feelings are the enemy of efficiency. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you ain't heard of the name of my band,
Funk Your Feelings.
You know,
Funk Your Feelings.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Why did you sing it though?
Funk Your Feelings.
And then edit that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, and I know people like to say, well, you know, men are logical, women are emotional, blah, 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 whatever. But forget your gender or whatever it is may be. It's like your feelings and your insecurities should not be the forefront of your decision making process as a leader.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're in a leadership position, there should be something, because at the end of the day, like your feelings, like they messing with people money.
Right.
From what Buddy told me, that was, you know, they get paid. Well, they were getting paid like good over there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you messing with people money, you messing with people with time and stuff like that.
Especially if they don't have a 9 to 5.
Right.
Most musicians I know are full-time musicians. So,
you know what I'm saying?
Taking money out of, I mean, what is that? Residual money, you know.
You know what I'm saying? So I told that story just to say, man, hey man, if you in a leadership, like, and if you can't handle, you know, like if your main concern is worried about whether somebody like you or not, you probably shouldn't be in a leadership position. Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure, I'm like, in the type of church that he described this to be, I'm pretty sure they have stuff like an HR department. I'm pretty sure they have, because it's that type of church. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, would he be wrong to go to her higher ups? Would he be wrong to go?
Shoot, I would have.
Would he be wrong to, you know what I'm saying? And I asked him that too, like, you know, whatever. And his thing was, you know, it's one of the things where, you know, when something happens and you have every right to sue somebody, but you feel like well, you know, you find out that suing that it will cost more to sue that person than what you would get in return. Yeah. That's how he feels about his energy. He feel like, the way he said it, he feel like he could try to fight it, but
it's not worth his energy.
Probably not worth his energy. You know what I'm saying?
That's understandable.
So this is just me kind of telling this story for him. But yeah, man, Yeah, man. Messed up what they did to my boy.
Yeah, that's. Man.
You think he was?
We live in such a sensitive world these days.
It's crazy, bro.
You think he was?
People
You
let
think
go because of somebody they said they didn't like him.
Lou, I'm always asking, how did a person arrive to a point, right? Or you look at the whole picture. So I wonder if the individual, did he lead her there?
Oh,
he lead her on stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah, and that's a fair question because where would she get that idea
right,
from,
like if she for her to go and then my question is did she ask other band members to go to lunch? If she didn't ask other band members to go to lunch personally, right?
Now I feel like I think I remember him saying like he like I think I remember him saying something along the lines of like she would invite the band to lunch or invite the band to her house or stuff like, or like invite the band to like go to her house and write or whatever, like try to do group activities outside the church. But I don't think according to him, he never did, and I don't think anybody else.
And then the fact that she went to 2 of his shows, you said she went to.
Yeah, she went to a couple, and like even
she wanted more.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So it was, yeah, man. Hostile working environment. He did right. Keep it moving. Yeah.
Leave them skeezers alone.
Right.
Yeah, man, listen. but according to him, because I like to ask those type of questions too. Well, bro, what did you do?
What did you do? Yeah. Like why does she feel comfortable?
Yeah, but according to him, nah, man, it was just
Drew said what kind of
group activity? That's hilarious. You ever seen the movie?
Trying to touch and agree.
Drew, you ever seen the movie Get Out?
Laying hands.
You ever seen the movie Get Out, Drew? Probably those type of. I'm joking, but
trying to go consecrate.
Right. Right, but yeah, man.
Hey, Michelle.
Michelle, what up?
Shout out. Hey, I voted for you in your shelf thing that you got going on.
Shout out to Michelle. He coming on a Honda. Shout out. Yeah, man. Y'all make sure Michelle, man, I think she has fed literally every musician in the DFW community. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all go follow her, support her. She's in a competition right now, and
she made it to the third round.
Yeah, man, and all you gotta do is I believe it's on her page. Y'all go click on her page, like, and vote. But yeah, man. So that's I guess a gig tell for my homie. We'll have him on one day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, most
so he
definitely.
I'm ready to tell my story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
David Harris, what up? But yeah, man, I just thought that was like super interesting that out of all the reasons you can let somebody go, that's why you would let. And like let's just say that's the real reason. That's the real reason that you wanted to let somebody go. Bro, it would probably be better if you just lied and say, yeah, you were 3 minutes late today and you done that too much. I have a strict no late policy. You were 3 minutes late, even though that would have been some BS too. But that sounds way better than because I don't think you like me.
Because you didn't want to go to lunch.
It is not industry standard to like somebody, bro.
And I wish people would understand that. Like you don't have to like the person to gig with them.
Do they do their job?
Right.
Do they do their job well?
Right.
Do they have any issues with anybody else in the band?
I can understand if they was messing up, the group vibe or whatever. But if you got this dude who literally you see that he is about
Brandon Wilborn, what up?
You see that he's about coming in, getting in and getting out.
Yeah.
Don't expect more. Like if he or she has not presented themselves in that manner, then you shouldn't. Like I get, trying to get to know them just from, from a teammate type of situation. Yeah. But when you start expecting outside activities to come into the work, then then you got an issue.
Yeah.
Like you should never expect a person to be lovey-dovey just because you hired them. That's not, and because you like them. A crush don't mean nothing.
Ain't got nothing to do with business.
Ain't got nothing to do with business.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's crazy.
Y'all start hiring your crushes.
Man. So we want to get on this video yet? What we doing?
Which one? Y'all tell me.
Don't practice.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. We had some words from the legendary Victor Wooten that we kind of want to bring up in the discussion real quick, man. So I think we want to go. Yeah. Hey man, y'all check this video out, man. Once again, man, this is interactive, so please, your questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and put that in the group chat, man. Yeah, and if you rocking with us, don't need friends at work, man. Listen, do you do your job,
friends? How many of us have them?
Do you do your job?
Can y'all stop talking so I can play this video?
I don't know any kid that likes to practice. And I was one. Yeah. You know, kids like to do it. They want to play, not practice playing. Yeah. No kid wants to practice video games. They want to play, you know. And so music was that way for me. So I've never enjoyed practice. Let's say I want to learn to speak English. Yeah. And I admire you because you speak so well. And I say, wow, when you were growing up, what did you practice? You know? Speaking it. You did it. Yeah. You just spoke. And you were never not allowed to participate. No one made you practice. No one said you have to learn these words first. You got to say your ABCs or your scales over and over. No one ever did that. Yeah. You've maintained your freedom. And that's why you have your own voice. Music has been identical for me. I was learning it at the same time as I was learning to speak. And in the same way, through freedom, not through a regimen of practice. Yeah. So practice is not my mentality. Playing is.
Man.
Yep.
That's interesting.
From the good old Victor.
The legendary Victor. Shout out to Victor Wooten, man. One of my absolute favorite bass players, by the way.
Yep. So with that being said, Jay, so growing up as a drummer from childhood, was that something that was just really a big deal to you? Like far as playing, or was it just I'm just gonna play and it's gonna be whatever?
It started off for me. I just want to play. Mm-hmm. Then, as I got older and matured, one as a person, two as a musician, I saw the benefits of practice. Yeah. Now, just to go into my little spiel of course, the utmost respect for Victor Wooten and everything that he's accomplished. But I feel like sometimes people just say deep shit because it sounds good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, this is no disrespect, just my opinion, man. Especially with especially with the example that he used of like speaking English. Bro, did you go to school? Yeah. Did they teach you ABC? Did you have to? When I went to school, they taught I had to write down A.
Yep, had to do repetitive.
I had to write that cat. That's
over and over again.
That's practice. That's how you learn, by practicing. Yes, you do get to a point. Now, does everybody like practice? No, I'm not necessarily saying I enjoy practice. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like I don't enjoy washing dishes, but I do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's necessary, right? But as far as saying you just flat out don't, bro, even with Victor Wooten, I'm sure that there was something that he had to. As a matter of fact, I would challenge Victor Wooten to write a score or write whatever, and then just give it to a couple cats with no going over, no rehearsal whatsoever for a 3-hour show and see how that turned out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're not gonna go over nothing. We're just gonna play how we feel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it's like practice is definitely whether it's individually or whether it's with the band. So me personally, now what I agree with when he said everybody don't like to practice. People don't like to practice. I can say I don't necessarily, like to practice. Come on, preach, Mike. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But to just flat out say, no, don't practice. Just let the Lord use you. Okay, Wart, can you get the Lord something to work with? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't, it'll take you thousands of years to just pick up an instrument and just fiddle until it's time to, until it's time to play that solo.
David said the challenge is there aren't enough spaces that allow you to only play, especially on the music scene. Vic has a great take in philosophy, but outside of the super small church, where will you get consistent freedom to play? How long would that keep you on a small church level and stunt your growth?
I feel like you have to be able to do both. Like I feel like being a musician, it's the same as that person. It's the same as that person who's very well educated. They have book smarts, but they don't have no street smarts. Yeah, you can be as educated as you want to, but if you have absolutely no street smarts, you're not gonna get far. Flip that. If you have all the street smarts in the world and have no type of education about yourself, you're only going to get so far. You need to have a good mix. You need to have a good mix of both. You need to have a good mix of the technical part, where the practice and all that stuff come in. You also need to have a good mix of the being able to, I hate that word, being able to vibe, being able to whatever. My legs look amazing.
But then, okay, focus.
What he said.
But also that you take that away, and you also miss that ability to have accountability put on you from other people that's on your level or higher, right? Yeah. So like,
especially the ones that you're not friends with.
Oh my gosh. So you have that ability, right, for somebody to say, oh, that's cool what you just did, but try this. This may I was watching some type of, I don't know if it was a documentary or if it was a movie or a movie made about a musician. I forgot what it was. And I didn't know who the musician was, but I like watching documentaries. Anyway, so the dude was playing the drums, but I don't know if it was the way he was holding the sticks or whatever, but he started having issues with his hand. And it wasn't until someone came along and he was playing out, at a gig or whatever, and the person was like, well, listen, try doing it this way. I noticed that, you're having hand issues or, pain in your hands. Try doing it this way. And I feel like if you don't expose yourself and be able to, do that in front of people, learn in front of people, then you will never have that person to come along and say, oh, that's cool what you're doing, but let me help you, further yourself. It's not always a seclusion, where you'll get all your growth or whatever. I think the accountability from others will help.
Marcus Miller is a great example.
Yeah.
Marcus Miller is a great example, man. Yeah, so I don't. What about you, Lou? What are your thoughts on what legendary Victor Wooten said?
Well, I was seeing where he was coming from, because from the looks of it, it's like you still practice as a kid. You really don't. If you just playing, if you really think about it, it's like you probably don't think that you're practicing, but you really are practicing. I think he might have been going a bit too deep, like you were saying. Because
even if you see that one thing and say, "Ooh, let me try that,"
right?
That's practice,
right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because growing up, when I first started playing piano, I used to just play stuff to the radio, and after a while, you playing stuff, the more you pick up on it, and then let me try that again. It's basically turned into practice. So yeah.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Victor Wooten again, one of the absolute goats, man. When it's as a musician, when it comes to bass playing. But like Mike said, there's a reason why a lot of his gigs he do by himself. if that's his approach to just don't practice, then yeah, you're doing a lot of gigs by yourself if you don't think that like I said, there's nothing wrong with free flowing in the right time. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with all of that good stuff, man. But you're gonna have to sit down with your instrument. You're gonna have, and that's literally not even just musicians, man. That's just period. Whether you're trying to learn a software, learn a program, whether you're trying to learn how to do this, that, and the other, learning how to cook, learning how whatever.
Yeah, I also want to say this. Also, far as with anything, practicing all of that, everybody learning process is different.
Exactly.
Everybody practice process is different. You got cats that could pick up stuff real quick. Like a lot of these musicians that do major tours, they do those major tours for a reason, because they catch the music so fast. It could be like 40 songs with a bunch of breaks in them. They're like, okay, I got it.
Right.
And there's some of them, you know, there's some people, they got to have a chart. They got to have score music. And then there's some people where they struggle with score music or charts, and they better listen to the record and catching it fast. So you also got to put that stuff into consideration too. It depends on the person.
And see, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people, like, you can throw out a song, never heard it before, never played it before, but I have a good understanding of song structure.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? And I have a good understanding when I'm playing that. You know, every era.
Mike Stupid. I read you talk all of them. So he lying.
Why you always lying? Shout out to Mike Pugh. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, so, but, you know, I sat down and what clicked for me is like, okay, every era of music and every genre, if you look at that era, there's probably about between 3 to 5 grooves for literally every song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you understand those grooves and you understand song structure, you understand, okay, you hear the song for a little bit, or you hear, like I was talking about the other week, listen to your bass player.
Yeah.
What is your bass player playing? Okay, well, that's how my kick is supposed to feel. Then when you understand groove and feel and stuff like that, you can get through a song that you've absolutely never heard before on the spot. And I've done that, but that was because there was some type of practice on my end. You know what I'm saying?
So question. So
Danny Lyons, what up?
So self-practice, like at your beginning stages, like what was the things that you worked on the most far as being a drummer, or was it like chops, or was it time signatures, or?
It was, so for me, I would say when I got into the actual mechanics of drumming, because of course, you know, grew up in church, you know, all that good stuff. So for me, you know, starting out growing up in church, I was more so just trying to play shout music the right way, right? And then, but when it got into the actual,
Drew said the same thing. Praise break.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, but when it got into actual the mechanics of drumming, for me, it was rudiments. You know what I'm saying? And so that's more so around like the high school, you know what I'm saying, stage where I'm learning rudiments, and then after that, I learned how to translate those rudiments onto a drum kit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And of course, if you a church drummer, I don't care who you are. If you're a church drummer and you've been especially in black church, your foot gonna be solid either way. So I attribute I have a decent speed foot, so I attribute my foot to black church.
I remember,
you know what I'm saying. So
I remember when I first moved here from a small town in Midland, Texas, and I heard these drummers, because I was playing drums around that time, and I heard these drummers double on a kick, right? And that was foreign to me. And I was like, wait, what is that?
You want me to tell you what the funniest thing is? When you grow up in black church and you got that, and then you go play to like a predominantly white setting,
and
when they're looking at you and they hear you, and then, you know, I know you deal with this when you play at a venue, and then you got that one person that's from the crowd that used to be a musician, or their cousin is a musician or some shit, and they feel like they got to go on the stage and look at your gear and stuff. Man, what is that? Man, what is that? What kind of you know, that's a F3 5000. I got one. I had one of those back in, you know, whatever. And then they'll come look. Oh, I thought you had a double kick pedal over it. Nah, bro. That's all me, bro. Yep. That's all me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, it was starting off. It was just my practice things. It was like, you know, rudiments and stuff like that, and then it went to you know, just watching other people. Then I got into watching drummers outside of my immediate surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Outside of black church.
Yeah. Dennis Chambers, David Weckles.
Because what happened with that was, as you know, young cat, I went to this other church and I was playing, and of course I grew up in, you know, old school Pentecostal Church of God in Christ church. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Calm down. But but you know, so I grew up in that, so that was like I was a church drummer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But then I got around somebody else, and he didn't know me from anybody, and he was like, "Oh, you a church drummer, are you?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." In my mind, I'm like, that's the only kind of drummer, really, huh? Like, I'm like, even though I'm a church drummer, I should be good enough to play everything else. And he was like, "No." He was like, he was like, nah.
Definitely a
like,
difference.
And then he hit me with this. He was like, you need to learn how to be a contemporary drummer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, okay. What does contemporary mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't know that word. You know what I'm saying? And then so that's when I got into watching or looking for, because of course then we didn't. Oh my God, I using that statements back in my day. I hate.
Yeah, you get there.
But we, of course. So then now we got to go to the DVDs and the cassettes of the the Dennis Chambers and
In the Pocket.
Yeah, all of that, man. I was a real big fan of still am real big fan of JoJo Mayer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That was my one of my first not black drummers that I was just a fan of, and then I start going back to your Buddy Riches and your Clyde Stubblefields and all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? Steve Gads and all of them. And just start looking at styles outside of what I just knew in church, and then that's what built that built that up. Dave Welko, all of them.
Yeah, man. So, as far as for me, like on keys practicing, I really didn't start practicing till I got to college, because that's when I really started learning.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
was it more so because it's like technically you needed to?
Well, I had to, but my study was percussion.
Okay.
But
so you just talking about mainly keys?
Yeah, I'm just talking about because far as drums and percussion, I was already doing that because of marching band and concert band and jazz band throughout high school and all of that.
Okay.
But far as becoming a primary organ or piano player, it wasn't until college, because at that time it was when I really started getting exposed to like the Chick Coreas and the Herbie Hancocks. And then right at that time, YouTube became a thing. And that's when I just started discovering John Peters. Yeah, Gospel Chops. John Peters and, I actually met Quinnell before I saw him on YouTube or whatever. So, so just hearing all them cats, that's what started pitching me to, okay, I need to get on my, So.
I got you. Your shit is what you wanted to say. Got you.
Yeah, versus I'm just here just to play, and I'm okay, this lick sound like it's right, but it's really not.
I got you.
Yeah, so yeah.
I got you, man. So DFW Share says, man, Lou, I know I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again because I really mean it this time. I think this is gonna be.
I wish you would mean it for real.
Well, I meant it last time, but I really mean it this time. You know what I'm saying? I think this is definitely gonna be one for the books.
All right.
I think it's definitely gonna be one of them ones.
Say yeah, okay.
You can't even find your button fast enough. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm searching.
You gotta be.
I'm searching.
You gotta be cooking in that, brother.
Yeah.
But like I said, to the people, to the people watching, man, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, follow, support, man. We trying to do something significant here in the DFW community, man. I think
we trying to blow up Shuate.
Yeah, man.
You need to help us blow up Shuate.
I think
when we blow up, you
blow up. I think people, the likes of Lou Paul and shout out to the homie Ben Parker.
Yep.
Starting the DFW Shed Sessions group. That was something that was dope just to begin with, and then now to all these years to come see it flourish and then turn into something a little bit more tangible where people can have a voice, people can have a platform and stuff like that. I think that's a really dope thing, man. And we can't do it without your support. Right. Well, we can, but we just rather not.
We rather not.
We rather not. But yeah, man. So with that being said, man, please like, share, subscribe. All that good stuff, man. I think it's time to take a break real quick.
Yes.
We're going to take a break. All right, man, we're going to take a break real quick. Y'all don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. We just going to shout out some of the homies. We just got some ads coming up. Listen, if you got something that you're trying to promote, if you got something that you're trying to, get the word out about or something like that, shoot us an already made flyer or already made ad or something like that. Go ahead and shoot us that, and we'll go ahead and we'll put that in the system. That way we can, shout you out and let people know what you got going on. We got a lot of people on here that got a lot of stuff going on, man. And Danny Lyons, that's somebody else that we need to get on the podcast.
Oh, most definitely.
I don't know him personally, but I'm definitely a fan of his.
Oh, yeah. Danny's good, homie.
But yeah, man. And stuff like that. So shoot us an already made flyer, already made ad, and we'll put that in the system. Y'all might want to go ahead and start doing that because we will start charging to. We are about to start charging to put your ads in here. So yeah, go ahead and do that. But
it may cost you a little, it may cost you a lot, but it's gonna cost you.
It's gonna, either gas or ass. Nobody ride for free. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take this real short break. Y'all stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, and we're gonna be right back. That was lame. See, I'm a photographer. Feel what I'm saying? So if they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, it's my job to make sure they hear every last one of them. I got you.
What up, everybody? What's up, fam, man? Y'all are here with your boy, Mr. Music, a.k.a. The Boss. Listen, if you have not, man, definitely go check out my music school. I have a school located in the DeSoto area called Mr. Music School of Music. Check that out, MrMusic.com. I also have a party band from the DFW area, Soulful Sounds Party Band. If you have not, look that up, man. Go follow us on all social media platforms.
Finally did it. I finally finished my first ebook, From Overlooked to Overbooked, the blueprint to a successful career as a musician. Y'all, I poured my heart and soul over this ebook, compiling information from many years of experience that I feel would be beneficial to anybody who's looking to level up their career as a musician. I got so many topics on there, 10 different topics on there, talking about EPKs, professionalism, the gear to use. Go over to my link in bio, check out my ebook, follow me as I give more daily tips in regards to this topic to your future.
You don't have to be a used to be my angel, then you switched. You don't have to be a used to be my angel, then you switched. You just switched it to a
All right, ladies and gents,
Yo,
we are back. We just had to take a quick pause for the calls.
people can't hold their bladders.
Yeah, man, I'm getting this. I'm at that age where I gotta take care of my business. Man, I ain't gonna front, boy. Anyway, so
I'm saying
I'm
saying this while I need back support. Y'all, excuse me.
I was about to say you sitting back there with pillows,
That
but
rod is-
listen, I just need
that
y'all.
rod is kicking in.
I just need y'all to pay attention to my messages, cause neither one of y'all looked.
I was occupied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I only have 2 eyes.
you got 4.
Let me put my love in your eyes, baby.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you can
anyway,
see me coming.
yeah, we back, y'all. DFW Shed Sessions Podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok under DFW_Shed Sessions. Also, you can follow us on Facebook under the DFW Shed Sessions FB page. So let's get to these social media plugs. Professor Melwell, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me Sorry, I was about to start rapping.
I feel like a Tupac was, you could find me.
No, you can find me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, all under Professor Mel Will. It's located at the bottom of your screen. Go add me, and I'll follow back. I'm not that type, that well, depending on who you are, but most of the time I do follow back, depending on who you are. Again. But yes.
You gotta be careful these days, boy.
Right. No, seriously.
People hacking and stuff.
No, seriously.
Yeah. So my good brother.
Yo.
JL, where can we find you on the funk train, brother?
Man, you can find me. I promise I did not mean to do that.
It's all over you.
Whatever, man.
Take it.
Definitely look for me. Let it catch hold, baby.
Right.
Definitely find me on Facebook, Instagram, JL Groove. You can find me if you want to ride this funk train. Facebook and Instagram. You can funk your feelings. If you want to dabble in another one of my projects, I got a page called Another Groove Project. Photography, videography, stuff like that. Also, if y'all want to dabble in this funk you couture, right? If y'all want to get in some of this funk you couture, man, we got the summertime line out, so we got your regular shirts. We have your tie-dye shirts like I'm rocking right now. We also got tank tops, man.
That's a hard shirt.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Shout out to the homie Pharaoh Jackson, a guy who I use to do my merch, man. He get me right every time. We got tank tops, man. And if you just happen to have one of them weird ass kids that like to wear hoodies in the summertime, we still got hoodies too. So were we doing that? Were we doing that? We were wearing hoodies in
Definitely,
the
yes.
Now I do recall wearing shorts in the summertime. I would do that.
A bunch of these kids must be anemic.
Shorts in the summertime.
I'm sorry. Shorts in the wintertime.
Yeah,
I have done that. Like I have like a hoodie.
Boy, my mom go crazy. Boy, you better put something on them. Put some sleeves on.
I remember my big brother George Davis.
Where your sleeves at?
Right.
I came to church like that one day, and he was like, "I keep trying to be cute if you want to."
Right. That's what you hear. Question, JL, for your merch. Do you take custom requests or?
I do. We can do custom. So if you're not trying to do like a regular color that we already have in stock, man, if you want to switch out the colors for the funky lettering, man, we can do that. Just let me know. Just let me know, and we'll get you right. But definitely, man, $25. Turn to your neighbor and say that ain't much.
That ain't
much.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and dabble in some of this funky couture. Yeah.
Already.
Y'all getting Jordans? I mean, come on now.
Right.
Lou, where can we find you?
Okay, so you guys can find me on TikTok, Lou Paul Beats.
You supposed to follow suit.
What happened?
Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, whether you can find me.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You can find me at Lou Paul Beats under TikTok. You can find me on Instagram, Lou Paul Beats. And you can find me on YouTube, Lou Paul Beats. And also I have music out if you guys like to check it out. Some chill hip hop instrumental joints on all music streaming platforms. So if you like to add some of my music to your playlist, feel free. Lou Paul Beats. So yeah.
Already.
Yeah, man. So we back in this thing. Once again, shout out to everybody, man. If you're just not joining us, this is the DFW Share Sessions. And if you want to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, please feel free to do so. Yeah.
Yep. So now I believe there was
so old.
There was a I'm finna act old. So there was back around yonder. There was a other video. I think we got.
Speak English
for the people.
Speak English
for video.
Oh yeah, that one. Did you get a chance to check it out?
Let me check my VHS.
You so silly.
Yeah, I saw it earlier. I think I'm well knowledgeable enough to have words about it.
I mean,
okay.
I looked at it and I definitely
I mean, if you want to play it, we can talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Y'all don't talk.
Okay.
Huh?
Don't talk.
All right, go ahead and play that video.
It's supposed to replace the, so we don't get a chance to get choir music like that anymore. And the reason why we don't is because people think, here go workshop real quick, that praise and worship is supposed to replace the choir. And let me help all you praise and worship leaders real quick.
Talk about it.
Praise and worship don't replace the choir. Praise and worship is what we render to the Lord. Choir music is what we render to the people in the pew. And when you take the choir music out, who blesses the people? So we're supposed to bless the Lord, but the people in the audience are not supposed to be entertained. They're supposed to be encouraged by choir music.
That's good.
Can I keep on going?
Keep on going, man.
And then we still need our hymns in the church, because when you take our hymns out the church, you displace the older saints. And the older saints ain't going to praise and worship with y'all because we don't know what y'all saying. And then you want us to stand and hold our hands up for 15, 20 minutes for what?
Well, teach a lesson. You fussing now. Now you fussing.
For what? Stand on my feet to hold my hands up to do what? While you sing?
Yeah.
This ain't a solo for you. Teach me to praise and worship so I can enjoy it and worship with you where you ain't going to.
Well,
that was a lot. That was a lot.
Well, before you start, he said praise and worship is for the sense of the Lord and the worship, and then the choirs for the render to the people.
Yeah.
Isn't that supposed to be for the same?
Jesus Christ.
It's never should. You say, isn't it supposed to be for who?
Is it supposed to be in the same? Supposed to be for the same?
It's never. I mean, people will get encouragement, but I'm sorry. Choir or praise and worship ain't nothing. It's not for the people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for the people, and to even try to correct now, I get praise and worship leaders sometimes. I think Miranda Curtis, I love it when she said sometimes we do be doing too much,
mm-hmm.
and we do make stuff solos.
Yeah.
However, I'm sorry, choir songs are not for the people. Choir songs work the same way.
Yeah.
We go in on choir songs just like we go in praise and worship.
Yeah,
you cannot isolate the two. Yes, the two are, sort of different.
Yeah.
However, like,
they're supposed to be for the same.
just because you stuck in the olden days, there's a such thing called evolvement and evolution.
Right.
And the church, I see this a lot with a lot of, the older churches. They don't want to change with the time, but they want the time to conform to where they are. And it's like, that doesn't work. That doesn't work that way. If you want that, then go and start your church and you can deal with it however you want to deal with it. But to sit there and say, praise and worship leaders, that's for you, that's for us to, be with God, but choir is for the people. No, sir. Because let's be honest, if we saw some of the choir songs, y'all still wouldn't know them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not an excuse. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you, Danny. It's all for God.
Yeah.
It ain't for y'all.
One of the things that I feel holds the church back is things like tradition and semantics.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So the video that we just played, this was a case of semantics. Now
he's still on VHSs, man. Just let him.
No, I'm not gonna let him.
Guide me over, great Jehovah.
No, because the thing about it is, okay, let's try to break each part down, right? I like to sift through the bullshit and get down to the bare minimum, right? Mm-hmm. We've already said, for one, whether it's praise and worship, whether it's the choir, when you get down to the bare minimum of it, both serve the same purpose.
Yeah.
The glory and honor of God.
Mm-hmm.
Will we agree?
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Like amen, lights and walls.
Amen, lights and walls.
You know what I'm saying? it's all boils down to we are doing this to give glory and honor to God. It doesn't matter whether it's 6 people on the stage or 60 people on the stage.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing. Now, to your point, getting down to well, they don't know that song, or they don't know, they don't know this song, and blah blah whatever. All right, cool. Guess what? There's some songs that people just don't know.
Yeah.
There's some tunes that there's some John P. Key tunes from the 90s that everybody know but me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It's like it gets to a point. It's like, yo, bro, why are we here? Why are y'all here? Are y'all like I said? Is this that mindset is actually kind of, whether you want to admit it or not, is kind of feeding into the thing of church being a show for a lot of people. You feel what I'm saying? Because
entertainment,
right? Because what you like is pretty much you saying, I don't like to be entertained this way. Entertain me that way,
right?
You feel what I'm saying? Right. It's like entertain me how I'm used to being entertained. You feel what I'm saying? If you're going in there for the right, whether it's a praise team, whether it's a choir, whether it's just one person, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, yo, understand why you're here. Understand what the job is of that praise team. The job of a praise team or a choir is to usher in the Spirit of God.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is to usher in the Spirit of God. That way, this is my old school church coming out. That way the ground is already tilled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and whoever's coming and delivering the message doesn't have to do as much work because the hearts have already been softened.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, to give glory and honor to God, whether it's a praise. So at that point, you're getting into semantics. You're just getting into basically, I don't like it. I don't like it this way. I like it that way. Another thing I have an issue with when it comes to a lot of these churches, and I'm not even just going to say pastor, whoever, but the people will grab this mic, especially when y'all see a lot of these videos with these prophets and stuff like that. They will get on that stage or in the crowd, grab the microphone and say some utter bullshit. And the crowd will just, oh yeah, that's it. I was like, word, y'all really backing that?
Yeah.
Y'all really backing that? Oh, well, you leave the older people out because they all 60-year-olds, all the senior citizens know is hymns. That's all they know. Word, really?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And go ahead.
Aaron said that's up there with she said her old pastor saying the music is like foreplay, get you ready for the word to penetrate.
That sounds like something my goddad would say.
Yo, that clip, literally, it just came to my mind. I'm going to try not to preach. But that clip also puts me in the mind of people taking the responsibility off of themselves and putting it on the people in front of them. So like you go to church. Church is supposed to be for you to get rejuvenated, for you to hear from God, for you to be replenished and prepped for the upcoming week and whatever battles you're getting ready to have to go through. Nowhere in the word or in the Bible does it say that your salvation is predicated on somebody else's. How they usher you into the Spirit. I feel like we put a lot of pressure on praise and worship leaders and even choirs. We put a lot of, and musicians, you put a lot of pressure on them to basically make your salvation pure. And that's not their job. Their job is to help or to lead you into the atmosphere or whatever. But let's just be honest. That's just the outer court. It is your job to enter into the inner court by yourself. And that goes, I hate when people, and that's why I said I'm not going to preach, but I hate when people, they don't practice their walk at home. They're not living their walk. I shouldn't have to come, me being a praise and worship leader, I got my own stuff I got to deal with. I shouldn't have to come to church and then usher you into the Spirit. Have you been in the Spirit anytime this week? Then you should have brought that with you to church. If you weren't in the Spirit, that's on you, sweetheart. Like, don't put that pressure on me to be all this that you want me to be, and you ain't walking. This is the same deacon. I feel like the dude in the video. This the same deacon that will go around and say, why he can't play no hymns? Can we read from the book today or whatever? I feel like that's the type, and it's like you don't have those type of. I'm sorry, y'all are dying off. You have a new generation that came into church, and they don't know that type of way. They don't know, hymn books. I can't even tell you when the last time I even saw a hymn book.
I think the only hymn we really do at my church is the blood, and that's only at communion. Like,
man,
we don't even.
If you at a church,
and maybe now the pastor he sings a congregational song since we've been doing that.
If you at one of those old school churches and it's mostly like Baptist churches, if you at one of them old school churches that got the hymn books on the back of sitting in that slot on the back of the pew, I want you to look at it and tell me how much dust on it right now.
Listen,
goofy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. It be the semantics, and I'm gonna kind of veer off. Stay on the same train, but just veer off for a second. The other thing but kind of staying on the topic of semantics in church, right? One thing that I hate, especially when the church tries to make an argument of either why you should go to church or why you should do this, that, and the other, right? Their argument will be, well, the world do it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, if you feel like they don't love you at church, well, they don't love you in the strip club.
Yeah.
They do that thing to where it's like, well, it should be okay because you out there doing it, and so we should be. In other words, they do it, so we should be able to do it too. You don't stop going out there, so you shouldn't stop coming here. Well, my argument to that is, so when you do that, you put yourself on the same level as the world.
Right?
You put yourself on like that. What you're saying is we're not holding ourselves to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? One of Kirk Franklin's first interviews on the Breakfast Club, and they were Charlemagne, DJ Envy, and the other one. They were like talking about why they don't like church and blah blah blah. And Kirk Franklin wasn't even making any excuse. He just kept saying, "I know, I'm sorry."
Sorry. I saw that. Yeah.
And I'm like he wasn't trying to retort. He just kept saying, I'm sorry for that. You show right. I'm sorry for that. And it wasn't in a condescending way, but it like he didn't do that thing that most church people do, where they say, well, they do it. The world do it, and you still in the world.
Right.
It's like the reason people put the church on the same level as the world is because y'all do.
Right.
Y'all do that. Y'all come back and say, well, they do it, so we should be able to do it too. You know what I'm saying? And that's going back to my thing with when the church tries to use semantics. But going back to the let me see.
I like what JJ said. He said oftentimes those who are pro choir will have an axe to grind with praise teams. And it's because choirs tend to have a come as you are.
Willing workers.
you talked about I knew you was gonna say it. I knew you was gonna say it.
Preach,
he said,
JJ.
Whether you can hold a note or not, but praise teams tend to bring the more experienced singers to the forefront.
They try.
Which is
They try.
They try.
But
it should be. And it should be.
Seen some willing workers in the praise team too.
He said this has been ongoing issue between the two types of singers for years, and it shouldn't be like someone else earlier said, it's all for the glory of God. And then Mike said those are power moves more than having to do with music. These deets don't want to let it go.
Exactly. And that, just going back to letting go of tradition. And
I think he's on the board.
I have a.
He's a board member.
I have
going to Sunday school.
I have a newfound philosophy that I've just start living by, man. Just because you've been doing something for a long time, don't mean you've been doing it right.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
How many people do you know that, whether it's football, basketball, whatever, how many people do you know that's been in the league for years and never won a championship? You feel what I'm saying? Just because you've been doing something for a long time, that does not mean that you've been doing it the right way for a long time, i.e. your church membership dying off, or people, you know what I'm saying, is like, or you know, you having like all of these type of different issues and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Like bro, like it's some things are now. I'm not against choirs. Mm-hmm. I'm against willing workers.
I kind of miss them.
I'm against willing workers. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not against choirs.
Yeah.
And then even with that, it's literally the
same
model.
people.
Yeah.
Well, not even the same. It's the same model. It's the same. Get up there, sing the people. Whether it's 6 or 60, somebody singing the background, somebody else singing the lead. Mm-hmm. It's literally the same model. Like sift through all of the BS, all of that. The choir is two different things. Blah blah. Bro, those are two different. I'm sorry, they're not two different things.
They're for the same cause.
It's literally all for the same thing. Yeah. So to like try to jump down the church's neck for, you know what I'm saying, oh, y'all have praise team, y'all need to bring the choir back. But
like, these are the same people who complain about how long services are as well. So it's like, how you gonna talk about, you know, the praise team and then the choir, but then you also saying church is too long. Yeah. So it's like, pick your battle, sir. Mm-hmm. Pick your battle and stick with it.
Cats like them don't mind being, but cats like them have the mindset of
don't worry about the time, God got the time.
That either that or you they'll say, now I'm gonna hit you with this. You love to say you can't put a time limit on God, mm-hmm. but in the same breath you say you got to give enough time for God to work. I'll say it again.
Oh, you don't have to.
But I want to. A lot of people will say you can't put a time limit on God, but in the same breath will turn around and say, where the White Williams at?
No, I listen, he not on her.
Right. But we'll turn around and be like, oh, you got to give God time to. No, God moves when whatever you believe in, he, she, or it wants to move. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's when God moves. It like God can't work in less than 15 minutes. So we need this full 30-minute prayer.
He definitely can.
You know what I'm saying? 5. I grew up in a church where they wasn't even able to get past offering. Mm-hmm. They wasn't able to get.
I miss church services like that.
They wasn't able to get past testimony
service.
Yeah, couldn't even have benediction.
Pastor couldn't even preach.
Just leave hiding in spirit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, whatever.
Now, testimony services for the people.
Or well, you know. and I think that's really the issue. That's really what people miss. Mm-hmm. People miss
testimony service, telling their business.
People miss being and I never thought I'd hear this, but one time I heard Pastor Taylor call it a talk. You get up there and do a talkamony instead of a testimony.
A what?
A talkamony. Instead of a
talkamony?
Instead of a testimony.
I don't know, everybody. Y'all see that video? That lady talk about she for New Year's, it was a few years ago, but she said she sucked on some.
Man.
Sucked on some what?
On some peen.
Yeah.
Man.
She said that on her testimony.
Man, a lady.
And the dude had the guy, he grabbed the mic real fast.
Yeah. And she was like, I can't even say it, but yeah, I remember.
A lady,
I thought she was drunk or something though.
A lady at Progressive, a lady at Progressive got up and testified about how she was looking for her button off her sweater and she found her button. And I mean, she went in. God loves me so much that he helped me find my button.
Wow.
Word. You know what I'm saying? I remember a guy getting up at Progressive. I remember a guy getting up testifying about how he was cutting the grass and it was hot outside.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how hot he was, and then a breeze came in. He was like, oh, God sent that breeze. It's like, this is what we got to stop movement for. You know what I'm saying?
And then, and don't you? Then you hate it when the spirit was high after one of the testimonies, and then you get this person stand up,
with some bullshit.
and then the spirit is just like, then I'm gonna be out. It's like, no, take me with you.
It's like so yeah, man. It's like again, I'm not against. Again, I am against willing workers, but as I need to get a shirt made that says willing workers with the circle and the line.
That would be funny.
You know what I'm saying? But
I'm not against willing workers as long as the work that they're given is
quality.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
You
Okay,
know,
I'll take that.
You know,
say the struggle is tone deaf, boy.
Yeah, but yeah, like, yeah. So I'm not against choirs. I'm not against trying to get back on topic. I'm not against choirs. I'm not against praise team. I'm not against whatever. What I am against is semantics in church. It's like let it be what it is. If there's growth, if there's progression to be had, let that happen. If there's like, I like, if I am going to go to somebody's church and whatever, I like things that are efficient. Like you don't have to willfully hold up service because you think God ain't moved in enough, like it ain't been enough time.
Yeah.
On the clock for God to move. You don't have to willfully hold up service for that. Have an efficient service.
This is the same dude that him getting up and doing that rant reminds me of that dude, and he was like, I don't want to hear this song no more. I don't want to hear no yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like he remind me of that dude. It's like, and that was a choir, you know, and you talk about the choir singing songs that you know or whatever, but then the same deacon to get up there and say he don't want to hear that song. I feel like he that type of dude. Like for real.
Nah, Danny, that's good.
Now, Danny, that's real.
Yep.
That's good. Mel, you want to read what he said?
Oh.
I hated reading it out loud in class.
Me too, but
God will move if you all are on one.
No, sir. God will move if you all are on one accord, meaning no one is trying to hit that special intro or singing the. Oh Lord, read. That special intro.
Read.
Or singing their special run. Just praise God. And guess what? The Lord will step in.
Hold on. I don't think they heard that part. Say it again.
I said, just praise God. And guess what?
One more time for the Holy Ghost.
Just praise God. And guess what? The Lord will step in, and there will be, and there will be no preaching that Sunday. We just said that. You're right.
You know, I didn't come here to preach to you today.
I'm telling you.
Chris said,
I feel good.
I'm telling you, man.
You know some churches still do that.
Black church is funny. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Some churches for real.
So yeah, man. But yeah, that's my take on the whole thing, man.
Man, yeah. So. Are we ready to get into these segments, brother?
You ready to get into the segments? Yeah. I think we can go ahead and get into these segments, man. We have a recurring segment every which way, every time that we like to do just a deep dive. Now, normally we do this with our guests, but if we don't have a guest, we'll just do it with us, man. We like to give out we like to ask about. Man, I just had a whole brain
fart.
Yeah.
Top five.
We got your top five. So you want to get into the top five? Does anybody want to give the top five?
Actually, I think I want to give the top five.
You want to give the top five?
Yeah.
All right, Lou, what's your top? So this segment is called the top five. Lou's going to ask us what is our top five or my top five, something, depending on what you're asking.
Okay, so Jay or Bill, I'll go with you first.
Okay.
So if there was a top five band or artists, dead or alive, back then or now, that you got the call, it didn't even matter what the pay was. It was just like, I got to play with this person. Who would be your top five?
Prince.
I already knew that was coming.
I knew that was
Prince.
That's probably number one. And you say in no order, but that's probably number one.
So I'm gonna go with Prince.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go with the artist formerly known as Prince.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go with Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Prince Rogers.
Prince Rogers Nelson.
Yeah.
and the love symbol.
That's only one.
That's all I got.
Okay. All right. So Mel,
I don't play no instrument but the tambourine because y'all said that's not a real instrument.
But I know you sing in background and all of that.
You just gave me my you just gave me my playing in the wrong key. Go ahead.
So I know you.
I'll fight you today if it's about something. All right.
I know you partake in praise and worship and sing. I'm pretty sure you have your favorite gospel artists.
I do.
So if you got that call, who will be your top five?
I would love, in no particular order, but I would love to experience singing with Miranda Curtis.
Okay.
I love her. I love her spirit. I love her music. I love her worship. Thank you, Nicole.
Oh, that's my
Whoever you are, I appreciate
Nicole
you.
Thomas is my sister, y'all.
Thank you, sis.
Okay, so with that being said, I'm not gonna disrespect you, Nicole.
She's a good tambourine player along with, so that's probably why she's saying that.
I feel it.
But go ahead.
Nicole, they don't recognize us on here, so they don't think tambourine is a good.
That's up there with you put them up there with the willing worker.
He said, "Listen, well, I can't even fault you on that because it do be a lot of willing workers playing tambourine."
Yes,
Yo,
tambourine.
you know who I? Side note, I'm sorry, Lou, you may know her, but I know Jay know her. Guess who I saw the other Sunday? I hadn't seen her in years. Tambourine lady, Sister Ruby.
Oh
yeah, and dude,
Jesus, I ain't heard.
Dude, she don't look older. She still look the same way. She still play the tambourine. She got this glove. Well, she always had the gloves.
And she had like these then at one point in time she had like these not feathers but like talents or tassels or like these strings or something like that.
I think she had it back in the day. I don't think she use it now. But dude, she blessed me. I went to hear my mom.
Who's this again?
I just know her as Sister Ruby. I don't know her.
She was a tambourine lady, but I know exactly
we know her as the tambourine lady.
Was she like kind of having a Kojic or
yeah.
Because I think I know who y'all talking about. It's a lady I used to say is Saint. Well,
yes.
Saintsville.
Yes. That's
Oh, you
her.
definitely see her.
Yeah,
okay.
Dude,
yeah.
She don't look like she's aged. God's been good. I ain't even trying to be deep, but God's been good to her. She played that tambourine the other Sunday like nobody's business.
So you want to sing back up for her?
No, I wouldn't. I'm sorry.
Mike, ever heard of a Prince song called Tambourine?
I have actually. You gotta know I have.
Okay, so Miranda Curtis. Honestly, I wouldn't even. Just because his energy, I love Jabari.
Okay.
I would sing with him. I would sing back up for him. I would sing back up for Ty Gobbert. Gobbert, I can't never say his last name.
And shout out to the nephew PJ. He actually wound up playing for Jabari.
Really?
Nice.
One Sunday, yep.
I wouldn't mind singing back up. Let me see who. That's three of them, right? Miranda, Jabari.
Okay.
I would love to sing with what's my dude? Oh, his name is at the tip. He did the whole monthly thing where he was paying tribute to Tim Bowman.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I love him. I would definitely sing with him with his praise team. I think that's it, really. I mean,
was that 5?
No, that was just 3. I mean, I have other artists. I mean, so
you know, and I'm not saying this to be funny. You know who I think your just your overall spirit would match well with?
Who?
Kiara Sheed.
Everybody says that.
I think
everybody says
you
that.
singing background with Kiara Sheed, y'all, it would probably turn into a thing where it's just y'all two
Us,
acting
just
ass
us
on
two.
stage.
You know what? I wouldn't even be mad at
playing
haven't
hopscotch or some shit on this whole stage.
I have both. Listen, both of our wigs falling off.
Right.
It's a thing. My mom actually.
I think Bo took a nap for real. We have not had any
Bo.
I know.
We have not had any Jason slander.
My mom actually. There was this one service we had just finished singing, and I was shouting, and my wig fell off, and my mom took my wig during service. Right, everybody seen it. I got witnesses.
Oh, so you shouting like for real?
No, I'm for real. Like this is.
No, what I'm saying is you were shouting for real.
I was shouting for real.
Okay.
And this was in Midlothian days. I was shouting for real, and my mom took my church was full and everything. My mom took my wig and started waving it in the air like it was a flag, and everybody was like, I since that day, I have every church I go to, they're like, your wig is not gonna come off right. I'm like, dude, that was years ago. How do you? I go and sing it, especially at my brother's church. Everybody, every time, Mel, your wig ain't. No, it's not. I promise.
What musicians in the comments? Top 5 dead or alive? Who would y'all want to play for?
Man.
What about you, Lou?
Lupa, what about you?
All right, so for far as for me, I would definitely say James Brown, even if I'm getting screwed over with pay. Because I heard.
You heard that James Brown story where he fired somebody on a plane?
Yep, I heard all kinds.
One of my favorite. While this plane is in the air, you still have a job.
Yeah, so I would say James Brown, PJ Morton would definitely be one. Heck yeah. Super dope.
Corey Henry. I would love. It's not praise and worship, but I feel close to Jesus when I listen to him. So
okay. I was also say just one good night, just one night only. Ghost Note, because I know they got a lot of craziness.
The homie Gino played for Gino Stevenson. He played for Ghost Note at South by Southwest one time.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So who else? Oh, Jumpy Key on
definitely another person we need. Definitely another person we need to have on the podcast.
Yeah, Jumpy Key band. And last, I guess I will say, Sound Check.
Sound Check.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's a solid list.
Yeah,
not more solid than mine, but that's a solid list. Mike said,
Prince,
Parliament Funkadelic, Herbie Hancock, the Headhunter. Ooh, okay. Scroll down. What does it say?
We gotta hit the. See
I can see his full comment.
There's more.
I'm thinking this is a touchscreen. There you go.
Ohio player Roger. Well, of course, it will make plenty of sense.
Makes perfect sense.
Right, Roger Troutman, of course.
Brother Mike Pugh.
Mike Pugh, you gonna be on the podcast soon. Should we go live when Mike Pugh get on the podcast? I don't know if we can trust him.
We could trust him.
He gonna be one of the ones.
Mike's trustworthy.
Then again, this is the same dude that said, "What kind of pettiness are we getting into?"
Right. Okay. Well, that's our top 5, man. Our next segment we got is playing in the wrong key. This is our version of what grinds your gears, man. This just pet peeves that we have. I'm just gonna go ahead and get into mine.
Okay.
Tamarine players.
Don't disrespect us.
No, because
Nicole, I need reinforcement.
Because Tamarine players be hella disrespectful, bro. Like let's just say
the Will and Work.
What's a slow song?
Praise is what I do.
Let's just say it's praise is what I do, right? It starts off. It starts off, you know what I'm saying? It might just be organ keys or whatever. This isn't a full band come in. Even with that, I'm probably like side sticking something real, and you just hear this loud ass tambourine off beat. Not even on beat. So now you just effing up the beat for everybody.
Man,
you just effing up the beat for everybody, and it be those tambourine players. It's like, bro, like even if you're gonna play, right, at least have the sense enough to come in when the full band comes in. You know what I'm saying? At least do that. But that is a big pet peeve of mine. Just throwing off the tempo, throwing off everything, bro.
I live for praise breaks. I'm talking about the break in the music. I feel so.
You be waiting for.
Listen, it's my time. It's my time to shine.
Especially. Let's just say the band sat there and came up.
Come on, Nicole.
Just to say the band sat there and came up with an arrangement or came up with, you know what I'm saying, like a break or something like that. Yeah. And he just got this loud offbeat ass tambourine just.
Don't disrespect us.
No, because tambourine players be disrespectful.
You know what's funny about the tambourine? Because, the tambourine is a part of the percussion family.
It was married in the family. We don't claim. It's the redheaded stepchild.
Taking percussion in school and they, showing us the way you're supposed to play it.
There's actually a technical way to play it.
There's a technical way to play it, and the way it's played in church is nowhere near the way it's supposed to be played. Bro. There's actually techniques of rolling the tambourine. Use your thumb where you going around the head of the tambourine.
I ain't never did that in my entire life.
I know.
That sounds sexual.
And
don't it?
And that's still a certain technique in that. So
listen.
Yeah. This dude said, "Let's Mike." All right, now Jay, like when you come on, man, you be saying some good stuff and doing some good stuff, but I would hate to have to block you from this podcast. I would hate to.
Now, their recent churches, tambourine players have their own little session. The only thing I hate.
I seen people do tambourine tricks thrown in the air, and
that's tambourine lady.
I was about to say that's Sister Ruby, and she be on it. The only thing I hate, or I can't stand with a group of tambourine players, is when the music break and you have a good portion that's on beat still, doing the little fly stuff. I'm in that group. And then and Nicole is in that group.
Good night, everybody.
But
We about to log off.
but then you have the other ones that are
good.
whack and trash.
Good, terrible.
So it makes all of us sound whack and trash.
I will say this, and trust me, it is very far.
And we're all playing at the same time.
When you get a good bump going, right? There are some churches they might, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if they had a tambourine workshop. I don't know what happened, but there are some churches, like let's just say you got a good bump going and everything stopped, and you got about like 6 tambourines going. Yeah. And again, going back, you got all of them going.
Heck yeah.
That's a legitimate.
Yeah.
All right.
That's me.
Okay. Well, after that, put the effing tambourine down, bro. I've had some situations.
She said those anointed to be offbeat.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie Dwayne Berry, man. He posted the other day talking about how he got this one tambourine player, and they actually try to hide the tambourine before service.
Tambourine.
No, listen. I am that tambourine person that I don't like to share my tambourine because people will play. I sit there and Nicole, maybe you can, feel me on this.
We need to turn your mic down.
No, don't be mad. You did this. People will play your tambourine same way. You know how y'all don't like people playing y'all drum head and warping it and stuff.
That's because I paid for it. 9 times
What?
out of 10.
I paid for my tambourine. It's a special tambourine. Went to Guitar Center and everything. They got it.
That's the one with the prayer hands on it.
9 times.
No, I hate that tambourine.
9 times.
And the one with the glitter looking face too. I hate that one too.
9 times out of 10, that tambourine has been sitting there since we was in primary class. Don't nobody know who bought it. It just appeared one day. The one with Martin Luther King on it, and
Martin Luther King.
You know what I'm saying? And that tambourine just been sitting there. But it's kind of like that thing where you don't have assigned seats in school, but you just got that one seat that you sit in every time you went to school. That's how they be with their tambourines, man. I bought my drum heads.
Shoot, I bought my tambourine, and it wasn't a fancy. It was the one that was a good.
She said I pay good money for
I mean, for real, a good tambourine is not cheap.
Man, listen. I remember when I was working.
And I hate the ones that's missing the cymbals. I hate those.
Cymbals. I remember working at Guitar Center, and this lady with in 90-degree weather with this long Kojic jean skirt came in.
Sister Ruby.
I already knew it. It wasn't her, but I already knew what.
Because she definitely had on a long skirt the other day.
It was long jean skirt that they used to wear at the church picnic. I'm like, man, it is 97 degrees outside. But she came in. I already knew what time it was. Did you roll your eyes? I did not. I went and made that sale. Cause between me and shout out to the big homie Patrick Stuckey, we was probably the only two that could relate. You know what I'm saying?
And knew exactly what you was looking for.
I know, ma'am. I already.
The other guys would have been like,
Yeah.
"So, are you looking for?"
Yeah, they want to go into the technique. It's like, no, I know what type of tambourine you want. As a matter of fact, we got this one that got a little bit of cushion on the handle. Do you want to try that one?
Heck yeah, I like those.
You know, what I'm saying?
And it had, because I have nails, it has to be the one that's double, because the single ones.
We are not about to spend this segment.
A whole segment talking about tambourines. I know. I'm sorry.
You know, what
I
I'm
got
saying?
excited.
Man, listen. Well, but that's my before we ask yours, kind of on the same. Have you ever been in a situation, and not even a church gig, a regular gig, where somebody brought some type of instrument, whether it was like a shaker, tambourine,
washboard,
to your gig, outside of church?
Are you talking about a band member or just somebody?
Somebody in the crowd.
No, I don't think so. No, usually a singer may bring like a cowbell or something.
No, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I've done that before, like even with my band, but I'm talking about a random pedestrian that came to that venue.
Oh no, never.
That came to that venue with some type of shaker or some type of like
triangle
with some type of something.
Yeah,
playing.
if they wasn't part of the band, no.
That has definitely happened to me before.
What did you say?
Did they go on stage?
It was no.
Oh, okay.
They was in the crowd with they drink, with they shaker.
And what did you say? Did you say stop?
I just got paid, man.
He said, I just got paid.
It wasn't
you enjoy yourself.
It wasn't my band. It wasn't my band. But I ain't saying
that wasn't your
battle.
battle.
Yeah, that wasn't my fight.
Shout out to the tambourine players.
Anyway, I'm gonna make a tambourine shirt with the
Don't disrespect us.
willing workers shirts. Cancel the willing workers.
Listen, at one of your gigs, you brought me on stage and you gave me the tambourine. Now, it wasn't the one with the face thing. It was the one without it. But still, I felt so accomplished when you called me up there and said, hey, play this tambourine.
First of all, 9 times out of 10,
I was part of the band at that point.
9 times out of 10, you sung. 2, I was just being nice.
You was being nice.
Yes.
Don't hurt my feelings like that. I felt very a part of the band that night. I was like, y'all, I'm up here playing this tambourine. It matters.
Now, Danny Lyons, I shouted you out. And I said, I don't know you personally, but I do see you, and I'm a fan of yours. But you will be blocked from this live as well with that rigmarole that you're talking about. Put a mic on the tambourine with an EQ.
Yes.
No.
Oh man,
I'm with that.
We don't want it. Next gig I come, I'm bringing mine. It's fit in my purse. All right, Miss Nicole, that's a lot. Well, all right, Lou. What about you? What's playing in the wrong key for you?
All right, so my playing in the wrong key. All right, keyboard players that transpose. I'm not being judgmental of your transpose.
It really sounds.
But I'm gonna say this.
Oh, this.
If you transpose,
you would say that. That's interesting.
If you transpose, please,
I know why he said.
If you transpose, if there's another keyboard player playing behind you, such as myself, please notify somebody that it's on transpose or transpose back to the original key, so I will know, or that person would know. So when the next person plays, they won't be confused with what's going on if somebody may be out of key or if that person is out of key. Thank you. That's my off key.
That's that. So shout out, and he's not on social media, but he me and the good homie Fred, he played keys, man, and we had a nice debate about keyboard players who transpose.
Yeah.
Right? So, he come from the old school. He said nope, it's and we've seen this debate online before about keyboard players who transpose versus the one that you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my thing on transpose.
Yeah.
Can you play the tune?
Yeah.
Can you play the tune? And do you know your equipment enough to know when to transpose, where to transpose, and blah blah blah? If you can do that, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. And of course, someone would say, oh well, you play drums, blah blah. Hey, look, man. Again, semantics. Sifting through the BS. Do you know the tune? Can you play the tune? That's all I want to know. Can you play the tune? Do you know your equipment enough to transpose and when you're supposed to and when it's not? If you can do that, me personally, I don't care whether you transpose or not. Now, should you know all of your keys? My name is Mike and I transpose. Now,
he said, but he can't play in all keys.
Now, should you know all of your keys? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You should know your craft well. Kind of go back to practicing. Ain't that something? Victor Wooten. Vic Wooten. But it's like should you know your craft in its entirety?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Just like me being a drummer, like the same I equate you knowing your scales to my knowing my rudiments.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I know my rudiments. You know what I'm saying? Now they've added different rudiments over the years, but I know the basic 12 rudiments that I can play, right? Like I should know that because that's within my craft.
Yeah.
And I want to be the best I can be at my craft. So should you know how to play in all your keys? Absolutely. Do I think it should be a just hands down, flat out requirement? No.
Yeah.
Now, you do come across some situations where if you're not playing on your own board, and like let's just say you get called to a high end church or whatever, and they have an organ, but they don't have a transposer organ. You know what I'm saying? You should be prepared for that if you want that call.
Yeah.
Right. And that go back to me saying you should know how to play in all keys. But should you just be shunned because you transpose like some people like to do? No.
Yeah. So funny story. So
I was about to say, I know you got a story. With
funny quick story. So I was on a gig, and on this gig, some lady was on the scene for the event, and she had a keyboard player. The keyboard player she had, I actually knew him, but he transposed. I already knew I would jump that he transposed, which whatever, I don't care. So, but what happened was when he went and actually it wasn't his keyboard, so he had to talk with the guy that was whoever keyboard it was to figure out how to transpose. So he did that, and the lady started singing whatever song she was singing, and then in the middle of it, she just sung another song in a whole nother key, and he just stopped playing, and he had that kind of dumbfounded, confused look on his face. And then he looked over at me like, "Hey, can you come play?" So luckily, I knew the song, and whatever keyboard it was transposed, I just played in the key of whatever the transpose that was registered.
Because my thing is, what good is knowing all your keys if you can't play the tune?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that
you know what I'm saying?
Well, from the looks of it,
at that point, knowing all 12 keys don't help you.
Well, from that point, it looked that was not prepared, or it was unexpected, because when she just randomly just went to a whole nother key, he just had a confused look on his face.
But then that goes back to knowing your equipment. Knowing
that's why I was saying it wasn't. It wasn't his keyboard. So he was using somebody else's keyboard, and he transposed it to the key that was, I guess, I don't know, it might have been the original key that he didn't know. So he transposed to the key that he was comfortable with, and she was singing whatever song, and then she went to another song, but it went to another key.
I got you.
And he didn't even he tried to play like 2 notes, and he just stopped. He like, no, I'm not even finna try it.
Hey man, rule of thumb: if you don't know what the F you're doing, just stop playing. That's a good rule. That's a good
basically
rule
what
of
he
thumb.
did. And then he asked me, and I just went and
saved his ass.
I hate keyboard players who do transpose sloppy.
I'm trying to see.
There's a sloppy way of transposing?
I'm trying to see.
I've seen it.
I'm trying to see if I can get my partner, because me and Fred, we had a knockdown drag out over this conversation right here. We was yelling and shit.
Oh, about transpose?
Like in the Freeman. You know what I'm saying? Because his thing, and I'm trying to see if I get. He don't have social media, but he
he hate people
see
that
if he can get on
transpose.
YouTube.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he can get on YouTube before we. But
the reason why I say transpose sloppy is because musicians that get on and they'll be like doom 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 doom, and then pressing the button doom 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 doom,
they hit the nose.
Doom doom doom. I hate that. And then you're in the middle of a song. Now, listen. Like the beginning of a song, they're trying to find and then use the button or whatever to transpose. But then you know you're playing on the song that's going to modulate at some point.
Yeah.
If you're dun 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 and pressing the button dun dun, trying to figure out,
oh man,
and then you're in the middle of the song and you know they have to modulate, so now you're doing it all over again, and like that's sloppy to me. If you gonna be a transpose, if that's gonna be your thing, then do it smoothly. It's not gonna affect nobody.
And I agree with that too. So when me and Fred was having this heated debate, and it was all love when we were having it. So his thing was more so, that's just not learning all of your keys. That's just lazy.
Yeah.
Which I agree. But me personally, my thing was, again, taking the semantics out. I don't equate using modern technology or using something that makes life easier to laziness.
Yeah.
I mean, I perfect example. You know, we all got cars, right? You know, do you want to, when it comes to letting your window down, do you want to do this?
Or do you want to do?
Yeah.
Or do you want to do that? So are you lazy because you rather do this as opposed to, you know what I'm saying?
that's the same theory as, you know, everybody getting a Tesla because they don't want to drive. They want it to drive for them. And
You
it's
know,
like,
I'm not riding a Tesla. I'm not driving a Tesla. But
it's like,
it's
it's the same thing. It's like you're not working, and now you don't know how to drive because you don't got in a wreck because you ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So and I get that, but what I'm saying is I don't necessarily equate using something that's easier to necessarily to laziness. Now, again, if you just flat out saying I'm not going to learn all my keys, that's lazy, bro, because that's a part of your craft.
Ramon Sanders, what up, brother?
What's
This boy
good,
say
homie?
it's funny when they transpose and they give them the wrong note and they forgot they
They
transpose.
transpose. Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen that happen too.
You know, now mind you,
the troubles of transposing,
But like I said,
boy.
my requirements for like the caveat that I have for people who transpose.
Yeah.
Know whether it's your equipment or whatever, know what the F you doing and know the tune. If you can do those things, I don't care whether you transpose or not.
Yeah.
But you care if they do it sloppy because that will throw out a whole groove.
We're saying the exact same thing, but even the people who don't transpose, they can know their keys, but if you don't know the tune, doing it without transfer, like that thing where keyboard players do to find the key. Okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. That's sloppy.
You know what's playing off in the wrong key for me is keyboardists that use that thing. I hate
you talking about the pitch bend? The pitch bend. Well, if you know how to
leave
use
that thing alone. Quit pushing that thing. I'm like, no. Stop.
Yeah, that's.
You do that, Lou?
I do, but I know how to use it.
Yeah,
you gotta know how to use
it's
it.
A difference, it's a
sound
difference
like
between.
You make it sound like somebody kid playing with the bender with somebody playing.
Yeah, I think it's a difference between somebody who like the keyboards that's hard and you can't find the button. That's funny. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But that's our playing off key, man. So we got the last recurring segment in our podcast called Gig Tales. This is when Lou already chopping at the bits. This is when we tell that gig experience, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. We tell that gig experience that we had. Lou, what you got?
All right. Hope you got your popcorn. All right. So this was some years ago. This gospel artist I used to play with.
You ain't gonna name him?
No. Well, I can name her. Elizabeth Davis in the camp, because it's not even on her anyway. It's not about her. It's about the service. My dude Gump was playing with me. Of course,
He's
Gump.
always there.
I mean, we was like left and right.
I feel like whenever we get him to finally get on the podcast, it's probably gonna be just a conversation between y'all two.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So anyway, we went to this church service, and when I say this is probably the most hood church I've probably been to in my life. So we first walk in, because I'm gonna get very detailed from beginning to end. So when we first walk in, me and Gump and pretty much group, we sitting like kind of in the back. The church not that big, it's kind of small, whatever. And everybody I'll say the first half of people probably they look like they work at Waffle House, and the other half, they look like they work at like a Denny's or something. So as the service was going, I'm smelling liquor in the air, alcohol.
Okay.
So there's one of them. So, and then I felt like I look up, I see this guy, big dude, he got a gold grill. He's probably the guy with the alcohol. I don't know. But
okay.
So anyway, service carrying on. They have their praise and worship, and the lady that's leading the song look like she's about to have a baby at any minute.
Okay. That's how she looked like, or that's what it was?
No, that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
She was pregnant, for real. She, looked like she was due in the next 20 minutes.
Okay.
So, that was that. So then we get the programs. So the church programs, it's like a packet.
Okay.
So the packet, I'm turning the pages, and then they have all these pictures. You know how when you get the funeral program, you have all the pictures.
Yeah.
It seemed it was kind of like that, but
it's not a funeral.
It's not a funeral.
Okay.
It's like a past and wife anniversary.
Okay, I got you.
So as I'm turning the page, these pictures look like club pictures, like you saw a couple, then this other picture, somebody at a restaurant, and I mean just a good old time.
Like they was. I'm about to tell my age. Like they was at Beamer's.
Yeah. So, so that happened. So then we get to, you know how they do a part of the service where they have two people that they speak about the pastor and the wife and
my pastor, my first
pastor.
lady.
Yeah. So
I've had to do both of those.
So at this part, I want to say I think it was this lady and her husband, and I want to say the husband got emotional because he's like, we went through all the hard times and the pastor's wife they came through for us, and this and that. And I'm like, okay. So I'm saying that for what I'm finna get to.
I got you.
Okay, so we get to that. So then when we get to offering, now you know how these pastor wife anniversaries, they always have that one special person, preacher, whoever, to take up the offering to prep up people to really put in money for the offering. So
that's the skill.
Yeah, so this dude, man, I felt like we was in a hostage situation where he came to the congregation about giving money. So
wow.
He like, yeah, so we finna make sure y'all give some money.
I hate those too,
ushers,
man.
y'all make sure y'all hold them doors, cause don't let nobody out. And if you got to use the bathroom, you gonna have to hold it.
I hate those type.
So he was going in, y'all after this pastor wife and those and those two that came and they were speaking and crying. I want to hear all that crying. You need to go ahead and put in. Yeah, this dude was going in, bro. I like. So this dude was going in, and then what else he say? So then he said, yeah, man, and y'all a bunch of cheapskates. He called the congregation cheapskates, bro. I'm looking at Gump. I'm like, this dude can't be. Oh, Gump had on shades.
Okay.
So he said, young man, you need to take out them sunglasses because I want to be able to see your eyes. So funny. Then when it got to the point where people were getting up,
he is not the one to do that type stuff with.
Yes, everybody was getting up walking to put in the offering, and I didn't go up there at all. I was like, I ain't finna put in a cent, and I wish he would say something.
Right.
So I don't think me or Gun went up there. So the lady, one of the ladies that sung, she had this look on her face like her attitude got real, but she was really mad because of him doing that. So then he talking about you got your offering. Like I forgot what he said. He said something to her, and then she just put up $1, but it was like that. Yeah. He said, oh, okay, you ain't gotta get no attitude. Like, come on, dude.
I hate those type kids. Those are the wrong people. And again, man, that's like one of them things where like that's. Especially when it comes to black church, that's a part of the culture, and just because you've been doing stuff like that for so long, don't mean that's not okay to do, man. Yeah. So offering was over. Right after offering was when we went up. Mm-hmm. So we went up, and as soon as we was done, me and Gump, we at the door. I bet.
So we go into the car, and Elizabeth came up to us. She said, "Man, you know this dude still after we finished." Asked us for money. I'm like,
serious?
What?
Crazy.
I'm like, yeah, that's out of line, bro. So that was a crazy man, that's probably one of the craziest services I've been to, bro.
Let me see. So Gig tell me then this is gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick, kinda going back to like just preachers that shouldn't be up, that they shouldn't give a microphone to. So this was a wake.
Mm-hmm.
This was a wake, man, and he get up and he trying to say what it is they say, and it's like and now I get it because especially in those times. This is more so funny than anything, but so he gets up and he kind of get the crowd whatever this is at a wake, and And the one who passed away, shout out to Sister Nims, man. That one hurt because she was one of them good ones. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we had a wake and he says he get to a point where he was like, Sister Nims went to go see Jesus. Yeah. I want to go meet Jesus. Yeah. Anybody want to go meet Jesus? Yeah. Y'all ready to go right now?
That's funny.
Wait a minute.
Niggas be amening too quick.
That's funny.
Anybody ready to go right now?
Y'all ready to go right now?
You know what I'm saying?
Not right now.
And I'm sitting on George like, word, bro. Really? You know what I'm saying? Anybody ready to go right now? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait the key. Lock me up.
Right. I ain't afraid to get. Yeah, it was exactly one of them. It was exactly one of them.
That is funny.
Oh man! As a matter of fact, it was you might know it was Elder Sergeant. Who did that.
No, that's my papa's best friend. You know what? I can believe it.
It was Elder Sergeant.
I can believe it. It actually sounded like something my papa would have said.
Anybody ready to go right now? Yeah. Like y'all better stop amening so quick, man. Yeah, but yeah, that's
along the same line of when they say any spiritual outbursts and everybody be like, huh?
Yeah.
No.
That's one of them. That's one of them moments that, and I call that a gig tale because I was on drums for the wake, and that will forever be cemented into my brain, man.
Anybody ready to go to go now? That's funny to me.
I'm ready to go see Jesus. You ready to go see Jesus? Anybody ready to go right now? But yeah. So yeah, that's my gig tale, man. Like I said, short, sweet, to the point.
Yeah.
But man, it's always man, it's gonna be church. If you grew up in black church, church, it's gonna you never know. My goddad tells this story about, and we got to go in a little bit, man. My goddad tells this stories about. It was some type of fellowship or something that he went to, you know, and you know, a lot of times in those with those like fellowship services with the pastor wife and whatever, the pastor will get up first and then tell the choir to come to. They'll let like the pastor of that church that's about to go on. They'll let them have words and stuff like that. Yeah. And he said this one pastor, I forget who he said it was, but this one pastor got up. And he got up and he said what it was, and it was time for the choir to get up. Like I guess he wanted the choir to get up in the stand as he was talking.
What's Elder Sergeant's first name?
Greg?
No.
Oh, that's another sergeant.
Son.
Okay, yeah. But yeah,
I gotta look it up.
And he was like, he tell the choir, come on, cows.
Come on, who?
Wow.
Cows. Pop tell the story all the time. He tell the story all the time.
I don't think I've ever heard that story.
Pop tells that story all
Come on, cows.
Come on, cows. Call him right now.
You call him. I don't believe that.
Hold on, wait. I'm about to
you know what he gonna say? Is this me being on the show? Lou, he's been wanting to get on this show for, you know, it ain't a bad idea to have a pastor on the show for their perspective.
We've been saying that we want to.
Ask him what's Elder Sergeant's first name. I think it is Matt.
That's if he answer.
Yeah, well.
That's if he answer.
I would like to hear
Pop. What's going on, Big E?
Hold on, wait. Hey, Pop.
Yeah.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey, Pop, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, so you actually on live on our podcast right now.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
All right, so, hey, listen. So Mel claims that she's never heard the story about the pastor that you talk about. Long time ago when they was calling the choir up and he said you already know I'm going to tell that story real quick, Pop. This is my goddad and Mel's father on the phone, everybody that's watching.
What up?
Hey, Didi.
Man, so we was at a pastor and wife anniversary. I wasn't, needless to say, this was years ago. I was a choir member back then. So we was at this visiting church, and like the old Church of God in Christ style used to be, each church has to represent with a song. Mm-hmm. So not gonna call no names, but this one church they called for their program director, and so the minister gets up, who I guess was their program director, and these ladies started getting up. They had to be in age ranging from late 30s going up. And so the guy goes, I guess they were moving a little slow. He goes, come on, you cows.
Oh,
we was,
think you did it by mistake?
Nah, you don't say nothing like that on mistake.
Man.
Come on, you cows.
That is funny.
I ain't never heard that story.
Pop, you've told that story 1,000 times. Mel claims she's never heard that. She don't be listening to you.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Whatever.
I can't believe it.
We was just talking about some of the crazy stuff that people say over the microphone.
I don't see how he got away with it. I mean, it was this country dude too. I mean, he was country dude.
No.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Guess what he looked at, and that's what he. That's what they were.
Ask him what's Elder Sergeant's name.
Oh, another story I told about. Now I don't think you was there, but this was at Sister Nim Wake. And Elder Sergeant got up, and he got the crowd, hype or whatever. And then he said, Sister Nims went to go see Jesus, and they were like, yeah. And he said, I want to go meet Jesus, and everybody like, yeah. He was like, do y'all want to go meet Jesus? And everybody like, yeah. He said, y'all ready to go right now? And everybody like, wait, hold up. Mel said, what's his name? What's his first name?
John.
John.
Okay.
Oh,
John Sargent.
Danny is not the same sergeant. That's John Sargent.
All right, Pa, that's enough airtime for you, man.
Hey, man, y'all podcast remind me of a podcast that I used to have.
Sir, yours was not a podcast.
That was not a podcast.
That was not a podcast. Oh, my gosh. Hang up.
That was a live stream. See, you acting up already. I was reluctant. Hey, love you, Pop. Talk to you later.
All right.
All right.
Hey, you guys keep up the good work.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, man. Again, I don't know. I feel like that can be a thing moving forward.
Yeah.
What? Oh, calling somebody in.
I feel like
That's not bad.
I feel like that could be a thing moving.
And you actually can put them through the thing.
We can get some confirmation.
Man, listen.
All kinds of stuff.
I feel like that could be a thing moving forward.
We could call somebody that's sitting on live and
you
be like, let me check. we can check.
Hey, I swear, Bo is probably gonna call every time.
Man, listen.
Bo is gonna call every time.
Listen, but that's what's up, man. But man, listen, it's been
JJ, my daddy is cool. If that's who you was talking about, he said he was cool. Yeah, that's my daddy. He's cool.
But yeah, man,
me.
I think we should make that thing.
Yeah.
I think we'll go to the round table when we get some stuff together.
Yeah. That ain't a bad thing.
Yeah, so everybody listen. So we still definitely gonna be dropping these episodes, man. It's gonna be about a month or so before we go live again. Just taking a little much needed pause for the cause, because what we want to do, we want to make sure that we're coming up with the best product we can with what we have, you know what I'm saying? So, and all of that is like behind the scenes preparation. All of that is, us getting together and, coming up with different ideas and stuff like that. And if y'all got anything that y'all want to see.
I was just about to say, if you got any suggestions.
Any suggestions,
also,
that y'all want to see.
I want to say this. If anybody want to do anything to contribute in any kind of way, y'all could inbox me or inbox Jay or inbox Mel, man. Any ideas or different stuff, because we all a family. This is all for DFW Shared Sessions. Everybody that's in the group. So I just want to put that little nut in there.
Yeah, man. Hit us up, man. So we're not going anywhere. We're still dropping. We're still gonna drop episodes every Monday. Like I said, we've had some dope guests, some dope interviews or whatever. The majority of our full episodes are on YouTube. So can you put the YouTube back up real quick? If you don't mind. If you don't mind, the majority of our episodes are on YouTube. The majority of the full episodes, we know y'all see the clips and everything. So that's mostly where the full episodes are going to be. For like I said, man, we've had some super dope people, but this is just us letting y'all know that we're not gonna be live for about a month or so. But then we're gonna come back and we're gonna hit y'all in the face some more, man. But so far, we appreciate all the love, the support.
Yes, thank you so much.
My dude Marty My dude Marty actually texted me. My dude Marty actually texted me, and he said, at the rate that y'all are going, y'all have a good podcast. Y'all dialogue and banter is nice, man. So shout out to Marty Morgan.
Yep. Shout out to Marty.
You know what I'm saying? Who has been a guest on the podcast? Him and his beautiful wife Kai. That was like our second episode, I believe. Y'all can go back on YouTube and watch that one. You're not doing anything on Sunday 12 to 3. Come out to Dex.
Okay.
I bet Danny Lyons said if we're not doing anything on Saturday from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., come out to Dex Daiquiri in Plano, already. And like we were saying, man, if y'all have anything that y'all want to promote, whether you have a side hustle or a business, if you have anything like that, man, please hit us up with we are not going to make your flyer and ad, but you can hit us up.
We will for a fee.
Or we can for a fee.
We will for a fee.
But so to hit us up and we can help push your stuff, promote y'all stuff. But for the most part, man, we appreciate y'all so much for
we love you guys.
Sticking with us, commenting, all that good stuff, man. Lou, what you got, brother?
Yeah, man. Well, shoes, I think you done said it all, brother. I think we go ahead and set this out for benediction.
All right, Professor Melville, what you got?
Wash your butts.
Wash your. It's getting hot outside,
man.
Wash your butts.
Even when it's cold outside, you should definitely.
Wash your butts.
What I'm saying? Wash your ass, and don't forget to wash your neck when you have on a white shirt.
Even when you don't.
Wash your neck.
Get around the elbows and all that
behind the ears and all that good
and
stuff.
Put some lotion on.
Yeah.
Don't be ashy.
Y'all can see I don't have that problem. My legs look freaking amazing, man. Yeah, that's what's up. Anyway,
not gonna lie, they're definitely
my legs legging. My legs legging.
Okay. Can't even give you no compliment.
My legs legging, but nah, man. Again, we appreciate y'all so much. We gonna go ahead and head to the house. Once again, this is DFW Share Sessions, and remember,
you just had your pastor on here.
And remember, it ain't gonna suck itself. Jesus is the reason for the season.
You cannot. You cannot.
We'll holler at y'all later.
You cannot.
Yeah.